everybody, my name is Ylvie and on Monday evening 8 o'clock I will be teaching a live webinar in the lineup of trainers that are all teaching webinars in the coming weeks. And I'm super excited to get you through a series of exercises that you can do as a rider without riding. So these are exercises that you can do at home on a daily basis to stay fit, to stay supple, but also to change your awareness. So I know that some of you in some of your countries where you are, you may be facing a total lockdown. You may not be allowed even to go to your horse anymore, or at least not be allowed to ride. You may be even locked in your homes for a 14-day or a 1-month quarantine period. Now I'm lucky because here in Holland the restrictions are not that bad yet, and I of course have my horses at home. So I'm still able to ride on a daily basis, but also here for my boarding stable guests I made some restrictions. For example, that I don't want people to be here with more than 2 people at the same time. So my boarder guests actually have to make a schedule about who comes to train their horse when. Now I'm lucky, I always train my horses in the morning when there's nobody there anyways. So we try really to avoid each other as much as possible. But I know that in some countries and in some places, stables have completely shut down and people are no longer allowed to even visit their horses. Now that is of course for everybody a super tough situation, and it may really put a break or put a hold on your training schedule that you have with your horse. But the good thing is that with these exercises that I'm going to teach on Monday evening, at least you can still work on improving yourself as a rider every day, even when you can't go to your horse. So a few of the exercises that I'm going to do are hip openers. So they're stretches that you can do at home to stay supple in your hips. A few of the exercises are more mindfulness exercises to teach you about breathing and awareness. And a few of the exercises are postural exercises that you can actually take in whatever other activities that you do in the day. So whether it's watching television or driving your car or sitting behind your computer, these are little tips and tricks that you can take into your daily life to improve yourself in your posture, in your breathing, in your awareness, in your suppleness. And then hopefully, whenever you're allowed to go back to your horse and ride again, you will feel the difference. So the way that we use our bodies when we're not riding, that's the habits that we form, that we bring towards our horses when we are riding. So it's an illusion to think that you can sit slouched on the couch playing with your handy all day long and then have a nice self-carriage and upright position on your horse. So whatever you do most, that's the postural habit, that's the movement patterns that you develop, and that's what you take towards your horses when you start to ride. So maybe we can turn this period into something positive by trying to improve our posture, our breathing, our awareness and our suppleness in this time where some of you may not even be allowed to ride anymore. I really hope that you will join me on Monday evening and join this live webinar with me. And if you have any questions about the exercises during the live webinar, there will be a chat open where you can ask me these questions and I will try to answer as many of them as possible. So if you're thinking about joining this webinar, you may want to prepare yourself a little bit before Monday evening. If you want to join the exercises that I'm showing you live, then you want to make sure that you sit on a chair or a stool with a hard, flat surface and not in some cushiony couch where you can't feel your pelvis and your seat bones. Of course, the webinar will be recorded and it's possible to watch all the exercises again and again and again afterwards from the recording. So it is not a requirement that you join the exercises in the moment that I explain them to you. But if you want to, then make sure that you have a hard stool or chair to sit on and that you have some space around you to also stand up and move. See you Monday!